Hello, Survivor fans. Just finished watching Survivor Season 50, Episode 5. A lot happened. Back at Tribe Vatu, Ozzy is not very happy that everybody did not fill him on the game plan. He thought that Angelica was the one to be voted off, but they all swerved, vote off Mike White, the rich guy that's got like $20 million. So they're like, well, he doesn't need the $1 million, right? No, that's not the point. The point was now if you guys fill me in on the game plan, and he was one of my ally members, so I didn't vote for him. I was the only one that didn't vote for him. So he feels distrust, all that, is angered, so he just goes off to meditate. Christian afterwards confounds him, talks, they hug it out, shake hands, and Ozzy says, "Don't worry, I won't come after you." Then when Christian walks off, Ozzy goes to Angelica, says, "Next chance I get, he's gone." So Christian, better watch your back. Then at Tribe, Cecile at their campsite, Rizzo is talking to people one by one, like Jonathan, Kobe, and all of them, trying to convince them, let's get rid of Charlie if we can, because he can't be trusted. Charlie's going around talking to the same people Rizzo's talking to, one by one, trying to convince them to get rid of Rizzo, because he said last episode that he made a pact with another member of his tribe, and they said we'll make it to the final two. And the first chance he got, he betrayed them and voted them off. So Charlie's like, we can't trust this guy, right? Because he already just openly admitted you can't trust him if he's a part of your alliance. So Rizzo's trying to get rid of Charlie. Charlie's trying to get rid of Rizzo. I like that. Tribe Cal's just chilling, relaxing, taking it easy because they won a game. They're safe. And they're wondering who got voted off on Tribe Vatu. And the coach comes up to Joe and Rick. And he's like, you know what, guys? Like, let's form an alliance, the three of us. And we take everybody else out in the group. And Joe and Rick's like, you know what? Let's do it. And coach says, I want to give you guys nicknames. So he gives Joe the nickname of Stonewall Monk. And Rick the nickname of Oakbound Warrior. And he gives an explanation why he chose the certain nicknames and all that. And then they're like, you know what? Those cool nicknames. Can we give you a nickname? The coach's like, no, my nickname's the coach. You can't just give me a new nickname. Like, that was hilarious. Then they're just chilling at the camp, talking. And Aubrey and Genevieve are talking. And Genevieve's like, you know what? We got to stop doing this whole thing in 10 days now. Watching every movement we make. I know you got an idol. What's the advantage? Mine, I'll tell you, I got 2 boomerang idols. And I won't tell you who I give them to in the other tribes. By the way it works, she says, is as long as they're not voted off, she's safe. And Aubrey's like, that's cool to know, but I'm just not going to tell you what my advantage is, and walks off. I love that. I love how Aubrey is just taking it to Genevieve and like, yeah, here's a little bit of information. I got the idol. I'll tell you how I found it, but I'm not telling you what the advantage is. And Genevieve's freaking frustrated because, like, if I vote her in, if we go to Tribal Council and elimination, she could have, like, oh, I'm going to use this idol, which gives me safety to the final 5, the final 10, or I get to choose someone else to get voted off, or something like that. And the next immunity challenge is up. Before that, everybody now gets a dice with symbols on it. It's called Shot in the Dark. I like that. It is if you feel that, if you're on Tribal Council, if you feel that your name's going to be the one that has the most majority of the votes in that jar, use your Shot in the Dark. And if it's right, none of those votes matter to you. So that's cool. It's given out to people. So that's kind of like a safety net. Rizzo and Charlie's like, okay, that could benefit us, right? If we need to use it or not. In the immunity challenge, Jeff says there's a twist. Only one tribe gains immunity. That's right. 2 tribes will be going to Tribal Council tonight at double elimination. But here's the other twist. You won't know until Tribal Council if you can vote for anybody from the other 2 tribes or within your tribe until council time. That is cool. I love that. Because everybody's talking about, oh, Greg. Because if a chance gets, I could vote him out. or her out, but maybe I can't. I go and vote people out within my tribe. The challenge is another obstacle course like they always are. And this one before it starts, since Team fought to, and they show up and everybody realizes that the person's gone. I'm like, wow, Christian's still here. Ozzy's still around. And they're kind of like shocked that who was eliminated last week. And some people are shocked that, well, not very shocked. They knew she was going to be eliminated, right? So Jeff says, so since Tribe, Batu and Tribe Cal and Tribe still have 2 extra people in the group, 2 have to sit out of each group in this challenge. So Kobe says, like, you know what? I got a bum knee. I heard it in the woods, so I'm going to sit this one out. And the obstacle course challenge is cool. One person starts off on a platform in the water. They jump in the water, swim to out a platform, climb up a tower pole, hook 2 bags of coconuts, swim to shore, come across a log that's like positioned on 2 rocks, and they got to dig a tunnel underneath the log through the sand, get over that, drop their bags of coconuts on a square sandbox, and then the next person jumps in the water, swims, unhooks a bag of coconuts from the pole, swims to shore, goes for the tunnel, and they do the same thing till everybody gets out of the water onto the shore. Then they must choose one person from each tribe to dump the bags of coconuts out in the sandbox, dig through, find the keys. There's the 4 keys to unlock this chest, which has a grappling hook on it, and throw it and try to catch this bag that has beanie bags in it, a sandbag, and drag it to them. And then they must choose a member of the tribe to take the beanie bags, and there's this pole that's like 10 feet up in the air, and they got to throw the beanie bags up, and they got to land one at a time on this plate that's like on a metal thing sticking out of the pole. And the plates, like, one's here, then one's further up, higher and higher. And the first tribe to get all the beanie bags on the 9 plates win immunity. It starts off with Ozzy, Jonathan, and Joe from the tribes, and they're just neck to neck, swimming from the water, climbing up the pole tower on the platform, getting their bags of coconuts, swimming to the shore, digging the tunnel through the sand underneath the log, and it's neck to neck, man. Like, they all come out to the next stage right beside each other. It was so close. Tribe Cal, though, is struggling because I forget who it was they chose. I think it was Jennifer Aubrey to get the last bag of coconut off the tower, and they had trouble climbing up it. Tribe Batu is sick and tired of going into every tribal council, right? So they're just steamrolling through this. But it comes back to bite them, because at the point where they're there and Ozzy's ready to start throwing the beanbags up on the 10-foot tower, trying to land them on the 9 plates, they're exhausted because they've been going non-stop, right? They didn't pace themselves in this obstacle course. So that allows Tribe Cecile and Tribe Cal to catch up. And it comes down to Ozzy, Joe, and Jonathan. They're the ones throwing up the beanbags. And Coach thinks he's about ready to win it for his group. And the last beanbag he throws up and lands on the plate but falls off. So Ozzy thinks he's got a shot, right? To throw his last beanbag up, to land on the plate and be safe. But no. The coach throws that beanbag up and lands on the plate, stays there before Ozzy lands up there. So Tribe Cal win. Ozzy again feels defeated because they were in the lead. And again, for 10 days now, Christian and Ozzy are going back to tribal council. They've been in every single one. It's hilarious. Jeff gives Tribe Cal the immunity idol, which is the ego. And Tribe Batu does not get the flint back, but now Tribe Cecile loses their flint. And then Jeff says, go back to camp. You know what? I feel generous. I'm going to let you guys know now that you can only vote within your tribe. Not you can't vote against someone else on the other tribe. So now they know the game plan. So that was nice for Jeff to not decide to keep that until the end. So Tribe Vatu goes back, and Ozzy's like, man, I don't want to go into the tribal council. I'm getting sick and tired of this. Christian feels the same way. And they're talking, so nobody else can hear them. And Christian's like, what can I do to show you my trust, man? Make up to you what happened last week. And Ozzy, you really want to make up to me? Give me your shot in the dark. That dice fame. And Christian's like, whoa, man, if I give it to you, man, and you actually betray me, there's no way I can save myself. Ozzy said, if you want to regain my trust and form an alliance to the end, you give me your shot in the dark, I promise I won't vote for you. Christian's kind of nervous about that, but he goes, talks to Angela first, a member of his alliance, and she says, I probably know I'm on the chopping block, and ain't you. So, one of us would definitely be going home. So Christian decides to trust Ozzy. He gives him his shot in the dark dice. Ozzy's like, thank you. You have my word. I will not vote for you tonight. But I can't say if the other people are going to vote you off or not. So Christian's like, well, at least try to put me in a good word, right? And Ozzy's like, I'll talk to them and try to convince them that you should stay a few more days. On Tribe, Cecile, Rizzo, and Charlie, they're like, now's our chance. Now we get the other one out. So everybody goes talking to like Jonathan one by one. Everybody goes talking to everybody. And they go talking to Camilla. And Camilla's like, Charlie didn't come to me first. Rizzo did. But I understand why Charlie thinks that Rizzo should be gone. Because he can't be trusted from what happened on season 49. When he made that vow with his alliance member to the final two. And the first chance he got, he basically stabbed her in the back and voted her off. But then again, Rizzo's a sneaky player. And I might like to work with a sneaky player in my alliance. So she tells both of them, like, you won't know who I vote for until we come back to the beach. Tribal Council happens. First up is Tribe Vatu. And Jeff does impersonations of each one. He does them pretty cool. I like that. And he asks Ozzy Christian, like, you guys are here again. This is like, what, your 6th, 7th Tribal Council in a row. Are you feeling the point now, like, maybe you're feeling that you're on the chopping block now? And Ozzy brings up, like, we went through that obstacle course challenge, man, Jeff, like, just steamrolled through it, and we did not pace ourselves, and that's what cost us. And Christian agrees, and Emily agrees. And Christian says, I went to Emily, I told her the game plan, who we're going to vote off, and Emily said, yeah, but I went and told that person. And Christian's like, you did? Emily's like, well, yeah, because that person's a part of my alliance. So Christian's like, I guess I can't trust you. And Emily kind of laughs, so Christian thinks she's joking around, but she wasn't. It shows off camera. She actually did go to Angelica and say, hey, they're going to vote you off tonight. And Enemy, man, she's dirty like that. Like, she said, like, I'm just going to play the game I want to play it. And if I feel like this person I could benefit more of them, a part of being in my tribe, so be it. Tribe Vatu goes to vote. Ozzy decides not to use his double vote. He still wants to save that for when they merge so he can get Coach gone by 2 votes against him. And voting happens, and the 6th person voted off of Survivor 50 for Tribe Vatu is Angelica. Christian's so relieved. You can see on his expression he's so happy. And like, off camera, Ozzy said, I told you, man, if you give me my shot in the dark, that's a sign of trust. That's a big risk you took. It shows me you really want to stay here and play this game with me to the end so I could trust you again. So Angelica's gone. Christian only got 1 vote. Somebody did vote for him, but didn't show who. Everybody else voted for her. And she decides to give her jacket to Christian. And she says, just share it along with the tribe members because it gets cold out sometimes. And then, Tribe. Cecile walks into Tribal Council for the very first time. Jeff asks him, how does it feel being here for the first time? Like, pretty nervous. And that, then Rizzo and Charlie talk about like how they went to everybody and talked to them separately and try to get them to vote for the other person. So they feel pretty confident that everybody voted either Charlie or Rizzo. So Jeff goes, tallies the vote. Free votes Charlie. Free votes Rizzo. Rizzo didn't like this. He knew Charlie would have voted for him, but he wants to looks at everybody's like, who else voted for me? And nobody says anything. So Jeff says it's a tie. So next vote, if it's Charlie or Rizzo, you're gone. If it's somebody else, we have to re-vote again. But 7th person voted out of Survivor 50 is Charlie. He was voted out. Rizzo gets excited. Charlie's torch gets extinguished by Jeff. He walks off. And the episode ends with Rizzo wondering who the heck voted besides Charlie to try to get me out. Then it showed who everybody voted for, and Jonathan and Rick voted for him. So Rizzo don't know that yet. So he's going back to camp trying to figure out on day 11 there who the heck besides Charlie voted for me. And it showed previews for next week's episode, and it's merge time already. 17 people are left. Everybody's merging into one tribe, which now means every obstacle course is everybody for themselves. If you win the immunity eagle idol, you're safe. You're the only one that cannot be voted off. Everybody now can merge together. Tell everybody else, like, hey, coaches can tell people, like, I'm in an alliance with Joe and Rick. You can trust us. You want to be a part of our alliance. Christian and Ozzy can go and try to get other people to help take out Coach. Now, I love when they merge because all the alliances for the other 3 tribes are now all together. So now they can separate if they want, form new alliances, or to try to get other people into the alliance. And instead of going for tribe is safe, it's you win the challenge, you're safe, that's it. I cannot wait for next week's episode because it's the first single immunity challenge obstacle course. And it just shows, like, whoever wins, everybody's shocked at who wins it. So I guess it's not somebody they expected, or it is someone they expected to win it. So there you have it, folks. Charlie's gone, Angelica's gone, Ozzy, Christian. That's like their 6th, 7th tribal council in a row, and they're still staying alive for now. Ozzy still got that double vote idol advantage and the boomerang idol, which keeps him safe as long as Genevieve not voted off. And the same goes for Rizzo. He is safe because Genevieve gave him her other boomerang idol. And what the heck advantage does Aubrey have? Because she said off camera, I'm not telling no one what my advantage is until I need to reveal it. I think it's something major. I think she's guaranteed safety until like the final 10 or the final 5. If that is the case, she can form alliances with whoever the heck she wants because she's guaranteed safety until that number is up, right? Let me know below in the comments, what do you think the advantage her idol is? Is it something that's huge? Or is it something that's just random, that's not very powerful at all, but she's making it sound like it is? There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet, bye.